Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to be doing a build that is going to be two-parters, so it's going to be a little bit different. Usually I don't do this. I usually have like one video full out like speed build, but this one took me a lot longer than I thought it would. So we are going to be putting it into two parts. Now this one is going to be up on the Monday. Today, currently that I'm recording this, is a Friday, so it will be up today when you're watching this, and then the second part will be up on Thursday. So I will have the exterior build today, and I will have the interior of this build out on the Thursday whenever you hear that. Now this build for me was a really fun to build. I wanted to do something inspired by the Snowy Escape, and I haven't really done much when it came to building in this actual world, so I wanted to kind of make a Japanese styled street. So the first building that I'm working on right now is going to be like a bar, and then the one to the right of it is going to be an apartment, a very small apartment, which you will see, and then the one beside it will be kind of like a, I don't know, like a it's not really much of a coffee shop, but it's more like a place to like get coffee and like chill around, but it's not like an actual like coffee shop, if that makes sense. You'll see on Thursday what I mean when I do the inside of the interior of this. And then on the right of that is kind of like an actual like tea place, I guess. Like you can go in and you can sit down and you can just like chill with people, and you can like wear robes and stuff, so it's kind of like nice and zen like. So I wanted to kind of do something like that. Now I didn't think this build was gonna take me forever, just considering the fact that I have done like way crazier builds, like a Pokemon Stadium. I did the Encanto house that I just did, like a hanging modern garden. Didn't even take me as long as this did, and I don't know why. I'm thinking because I just put so much like stuff from Debug in there, and I tried to make it like as cluttery as possible, so that probably could have affected why this build went so long. But I really do hope you like it. I love the way it turned out. I think it really captured a Japanese street, but I really do like it. I like the way that it turned out. I used a lot of debug items, so I believe when it comes to actually getting this house from the gallery, which I will have my name at the end of the video or description down below like I always do, but you know, I think you just need really a lot of it from Snowy Escape, because I wanted to try and make it more Snowy Escape than anything. And I also used, this is gonna sound really weird, I used a lot of the garden pack or whatever, that kit that has a lot of the plants. For some reason, this build includes a lot of plants, and I used it as an inspiration when I went to Thailand. I was walking down the street with my mom, and there were a lot of buildings that had like vines all over them and a lot of greenery, and it just looks so nice. So I kind of wanted to incorporate that also into my build. So you will see this building that I'm working on, I'm going to put like a lot of plants. I grabbed some vines, I think, from the Jungle Adventure pack as well, so you will probably need those as well. But if you want to know all the packs that I used, it will be on the gallery as my name as jaymisanford, but it's spelled a little different, so check out the description. It will have all of the proper spellings so you can find it for yourself. But I don't know really how many packs I used, but it was probably a lot, and I apologize. I want to try and make a building that has base game only, and kind of just see what I can build with just the base game. So of course I'll be using debug items, but you can use those even if you have the base game. All you need is to put in certain cheats, and I'm hoping to make like a short soon to show what cheats you'll need, because there are a lot of people who actually don't know, and it's surprising because you're like, oh, like how would they not know? But there are a lot of people who are new to the game who are starting to come in, so I want to help and probably bring in these cheats that normal people would be like, oh, you know, or people who have been around forever would know what these are. But there are a lot of new people who don't know. So I really want to try and do that and help them out. So please please look forward to seeing those. Now here for this coffee shop, I wanted to put as many plants as possible. As you will hear before, like I was saying, I got a lot of inspiration when I went to Thailand with my mom, and it was so much fun. It was really beautiful. I'm hoping once the pandemic is done that I can maybe go to Japan with my mom. We both really want to go, so it would be so amazing, and you best know that if I do go, when I come back, I will be doing a lot more Japanese inspired builds, which I hope is okay with you guys. Again, if you have any suggestions or any ideas of kind of things that you want to see built or things that you want to see in general, I will try my best and do it as much as I can. I have a couple builds in that I already have coming up, so I will try to make the best time to squeeze in every single one for you. But I really do like the way all these builds are turning out, and I love Japanese styled inspired things. I just think that they're so like traditional and cool, and I just love them so much. So we are just trying to put in a bunch of clutter, and you will see I made like the alleyway. Oh my god, the alleyway is so cool at nighttime, you guys. I love it. It looks so amazing. I tried to use a lot of debug items, but I also used the lanterns that we got from Snowy Escape, and I tried to put them at the top there, and you will see in a couple minutes, but it was so nice, and I really do love it at nighttime. You can change any of these to what you want. On the gallery, I have it just as a bar because the left side of this building that I'm working on is a bar, but you can definitely do whatever you want to it. On the gallery, I made sure that the second floor was empty. I will also post my interior build on the gallery as well once I have it posted up on Thursday. So if you want to have the version of what I did on my YouTube channel here, you are more than welcome to download it. Now here we are just putting an immense amount of flowers and plants and pots and anything under the sun when it comes to this, because I never got that pack until the day that I started building this. So of course I abused it. No thing shy there, because I really like the stuff in it. I thought it was really nice. It definitely would look nice on an eco-friendly house. You will see on the inside of a lot of the apartments that I did, I put in the curtains of the plants that are in that kit, and I got the inspiration from actually my boyfriend. His parents, they have in their dining room, they have plants around their dining room, and it looks really nice, so I got a lot of inspiration from that, and I just thought it looked really pretty. I was thinking of putting a lot of signs, like as you can see there, I was thinking about it and then I kind of like regretted it. I wanted to put like a lot of signs and maybe have it kind of like really bright at nighttime, and because you know when there's like a lot of people and they put them up on the gallery and they're just like bright with signs and neon colors, and I was thinking of doing that, but I wanted to kind of go for like a little bit more traditional feel, but I might in the future make like a Tokyo inspired, because Tokyo is like very like bright and neon colors, and there's just like a lot going on, so I might do like an alleyway of Tokyo. I think that would be a lot of fun, because I love the alleyway that I have here for this traditional build already. So if I have more room and I have more time, I would definitely love to do that. I abused the debug items, as you can see. In front of the apartment, I had that like blue jug, and I have like the hose around it, and I was kind of thinking that it was just like a huge like water, like a water jug, you know, but I tried to put like things into it to make it look like a water jug. I don't know if it does. I just slapped a bunch of debug items together, so if you like it or if you don't, that's totally fine. But I just put way too much. I abuse the debug catalog. I honestly think I know where a lot of the items are now because I use it so much. Now for the alleyway itself, you can see me putting up those traditional lanterns. All you have to do to bring those like down, I guess, like to make them smaller, is putting the kind of like the number key like to the right of the P on your keyboard, and the one beside it to the right will also make it go up and like make it bigger, make it smaller. I suck at explaining, so I'm really sorry, but you see like where your P is on your keyboard, the one to the right of that makes it smaller, and the one to the right of that, like the other kind of curved thing on the inside of it on the right, will make it bigger. But when I make a short about it, I will definitely explain it a lot better. But to make it go higher up and higher down can make it to make it go high up or drag it down is 0 and 9. So I will again show you in that short, but I will try and put everything that I can together to try and help the people who are doing build by who don't really know all that stuff yet. Ta-da! Now, during this alleyway, I kind of wanted to put like a table. I was thinking maybe putting like a card game table over there, and I never did, and I should have. Hear me rambling again about things that I should have put in my build once I recorded. Classic Jamie. Anyway, but I wanted to put maybe like a card game in there, but I never did. But I really like the way it turned out. I know that when I was in Thailand or in Vietnam, there was a lot of people just like chilling outside, and like it was fun. It was cute, but like I don't know, it was kind of creepy because when you go to say Vietnam or you go to Thailand, you know, they don't get a lot of people from different countries, so everybody was staring, but it was fine. I felt like a celebrity, honestly. I felt great because there were kids coming up to me and they're like, oh my god, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from this place, and they're like, oh wow. So I really want to go back because I got attention, and that's cool. Even though I hate attention, I thought it was kind of fun. So I got a lot of inspo from going to Thailand and going to Vietnam. So I wanted to put some like stools outside of buildings or chairs around. I also did the back of these buildings too. I wanted to show some love because I know that when I see a lot of people making these builds, they show so much love in the front and they never really do anything in the back. So I wanted to try and make it like a double-sided street. So I do have one store on the back of this building actually. So you will see that in a bit. It is behind the like all the greenery, that greenery cafe kind of thing. You will see that I kind of made a shop behind there. It's very small. It was very small. I don't know why I made it. I just wanted something to be behind there. I wanted a store to be behind there, so I had to kind of like cut it in half, and I don't know, it didn't look great, but it's there if you need it. So you could totally make this like a cafe. You could make this a retail store, whatever you want, honestly. Like, go to your heart's content, because I feel like there's a lot of potential that you could do with this. You could make it an onsen house, bathhouse, like all these buildings are a different place. You can make it a residential lot. You can do whatever you want, but I really like it, and I think that maybe you should keep it as like a cafe or a bar, but it is totally up to you, boo. You do whatever you want. But here I'm just trying to put as many kind of traditional lights as I can. I didn't want to overwhelm it with all of that stuff because obviously it is traditional, but I think I put in the right amount of all of those things. I also put, like, as you can see, that van on the left side. I was super happy about that because I see a lot of like vans, like those creepy vans in those alleyways, and it's always behind like a metal bar or whatever in those, like, I guess city areas. I don't live in the city, so I'm just pulling inspiration from when I go on trips, but I wanted to put like a van there, and I think it turned out really cool. I really like the way it turned out. Also in the back, I just have like the traditional garage door, I guess, like in the back where your Sims will go in, or the people will go and bring in all the, stuff from the companies that they ordered it from and bring them in. So I wanted to put that in there as well, and a bunch of like radiators and air conditioners because it'd be hot, and even though this is in the snowy escape world and it's chilly on the mountain, I can imagine it gets pretty warm at the very bottom of the mountain. So I thought it'd be you know, normal to have a lot of different types of air conditioners. We have two apartments on the top of these buildings. One is on top of the bar, so I assumed it was kind of more like the owners had a little bit more money from coming in from the bar. The one to the left of it, I would assume would be a little bit more like traditional. I actually saw on TikTok not that long ago a person who's living in Japan for like some educational stuff, and they had an apartment in Japan and it was super small, so I kind of wanted to do that as well to that area in that left side of the building. So it is smushed together, but I really do hope you like it. But we are starting to get to the end of this part 1, so if you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye guys.